your phone out your hand. You ain't got no boogers in your nose.
You're kind of cute. Are you ready? Welcome back, YouTube.
What's going on, YouTube? It's Bella and Jay back again with another video. But before we get into it, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell for post notifications. That way when we drop that next content, you'll be the first to get it without further ado. What we talking about today?
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and babe. Oh, you thought I was gonna say negative. Negative.
That's true.
So,
Let's turn around all the good things and the bad things that could be. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Alright, so with that being said, there's a lot of.
I was getting into it.
You was jamming? My bad. You know what I'm saying? My bad. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about a controversial topic. Something that's very taboo to a lot of us. And it makes us very uncomfortable. See, I'm kind of like. Can't get the words out because, you know, when it comes to those type of things, just a little bit. Sometimes. Every now and then, you know what I'm saying? It depends on what we're talking about in particular. But
sex is, you know, one of those big things, you know?
yes, and we are all taught, like at the beginning, like as we were growing up, you know, adolescence and things like that, it's taboo.
Yeah.
It's taboo. Your parents don't want you to talk about it. They don't want you to think about it and experience it.
Nothing.
They don't want you to know nothing. They was like, what you looking at on TV? Turn it off.
What's that music? I heard him just say.
What did he say?
I'm about to.
He said, wait till you see mine. Wait till you see mine. Okay.
What do you see?
Hey, like, do you love mama? Let me whisper in your ear.
Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear. Tell you something that you might like, dear.
Tell you that something like that. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Whoop, whoop.
Hey.
Oh, see?
Hey.
Don't be playing.
No twerking on this podcast.
Right.
No twerking.
This is a spiritual podcast show. Like, what are we doing right now?
Getting into that secular music, huh?
We supposed to be healing one soul at a time, and we just talking about getting.
You about to get ready to bust you over here. Hands on your knees.
Right.
About to,
See, I told him stop singing all this music.
So, with that being said, we're gonna go into the concept of the first thing that I want to talk about is your style isn't the ish. Your style ain't it. And the reason why I say that is
what
because
is
the ish,
like the bone,
the fecal,
the bone,
the feces.
So basically, what he's saying is,
Yeah.
just because one person thinks that your sex is the bomb, don't mean that the next person thinks that your sex is the bomb.
Yeah, you walk around here with BDE. You know what it is? Big energy.
Some people might think it's trash. You know, it might not be that awesome, that great. You know, so we're trying to teach you how to be great again.
So, with that being said,
What?
if you're walking around thinking that you the bomb.com because the last female was like, oh my god,
Really?
oh my god, her legs is all,
Shaking in this
and all that,
bed.
right? Don't necessarily mean that the next female gonna do the same thing, bro. You have to learn each individual person,
can't
and
take
this
you
is
serious,
where,
like,
and this is where courtship.
Really?
This is where courtship is so important, right? Courtship is so important in growing to learn somebody, right? And that kind of goes hand in hand with the 90-day rule versus waiting until you're married to have sex, right? Ultimately, growing to learn that person in all aspects, not just sexually, but every other aspect will get you comfortable in knowing this person and what their likes are versus what their dislikes are, not just in the bedroom, right?
Right.
Just because you was hitting it from the back with female A don't mean that hitting it from the back with female B is gonna result in the same
Because that might not be her favorite position, or she might not even like it. You know what I'm saying? She might be traumatized because somebody else that hit female B from the back. Guess what? They think it might have really been like a horse. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying for real.
Elephant trunk.
And anything.
That thing
So
look like
I
a
would say
baby leg.
they might not be able to take it, or they just don't. It's not gonna work. So I Okay, so the main thing is we think that you should be able to be comfortable in the bedroom and talk about whatever with your partner. Like if you're doing something that you necessarily don't like with your partner, you should tell them. Like we should stop faking the funk. You know, making them. We don't want to hurt that ego. You know.
Yes, it's very important. Don't fake the funk. Don't fake the funk with your partner. If your partner isn't pleasing you, you have to have a serious conversation. Sit down with that person and say, hey, so when you're doing this, like for instance, if male right here is performing cunnilingus on female A,
right,
and she just loves it or whatever, but female B, when he starts performing cunnilingus on female B,
right,
and she says, babe, I got some pointers for you. If he can actually listen to what his woman is saying to him and learn how to actually please her according to how she likes to be pleased, you could be the best partner that your woman ever had.
Instead of getting upset, like sometimes I feel like people, they get upset because they let their ego get too far in it, and you try to tell them something, hey, like don't suck too hard on my breasts, or ease up, or you try to just guide them because you want sex to be great, but instead they take that as you know, shooting them down, when really you just want to be able to, you know, communicate.
You want to know what that's about? That's about selfishness.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. I don't need you to tell me.
Because you thinking you 40 or 30 or 50. That's like, and another thing we have, well, people talk about, you know, you being able to explore yourself. Like,
yes,
everybody don't feel comfortable, and some people do, but some people don't feel comfortable with exploring themselves. And, you know, learning.
Well, so the concept behind that is, how can you know how to guide someone else to reach those spots that you want to be reached if you've never reached them yourself?
That's
or never.
What if you don't know?
Yeah.
What's your spot?
So then at that point, that person is learning right along with you,
right,
or whatever the case may be. So I mean, some people know exactly where their spot is, what their favorite thing is, what their favorite thing isn't is. Like they know what their likes versus their dislikes are because they learned them themselves.
Okay,
before.
so let me ask you this. Okay, so say for instance you was with somebody, right? Mm-hmm. And person A, they knew exactly how to go and get it, right? Mm-hmm. Just pull it out of you, you know, like pulling your soul out, right? Mm-hmm. But what if person B did the same thing that person A did, but it still wasn't the same?
Then that means that something's lacking in that situation, meaning like, you know, emotionally, or the connection is not there.
I don't think it's necessarily what a person is doing, or you know where your spot is, because of course you can just get yourself out, but I think it's sometimes too the chemistry with the person, mm-hmm, especially if you're trying to have great sex and it's just not a quickie. Mm-hmm. It's a difference.
So here's my thing though. Why are you laying down with that person to begin with if you don't feel that connection? Or I don't know if this has happened before, but you feel a connection and everything else, but when you get in the bedroom and have sex with that person, you don't have a connection. You know what I'm saying? So is that because they've never had a sexual conversation before? They've never took it there to where it's like, hey, so what are some things that you like? What are some things that you've experienced or what are some things that you would like to experience that you haven't experienced?
I think what we do, we mess up because we take our experience from one relationship to the next, and we shouldn't. We should give that person a chance and get to know that person, and we get to know each other. So we should be able to communicate about our likes and dislikes, but not really basing it on something you've done or how you've been with that person.
Yeah. So I'm not saying, well, I meant to say, like, what is it that you haven't done that you would like to have done? Mm-hmm. Because maybe you were too afraid to ask your previous partner to do certain things.
Yeah.
Versus this new partner, maybe this person is more open to your suggestions. You can talk and share information a lot better.
People are closed-minded. Okay, they're just like 99% of males that we know are gonna say, "Hey, I don't want you to put your finger in my ooh-ah." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, anal area.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That's what they're gonna say. But they don't even know, like, okay, what's the area before, like between the anal and the balls? What would you call the balls? You call them the balls?
The chode.
The little area up in here.
Yeah.
It's a sensation.
In between,
It can give you, you know, an arousal. Like you can really get turned on, but you don't even want nobody to touch you down or even go there because automatically, you know, in our mind we're thinking differently.
Fun fact: males, keep that area squeaky clean and stop being scared of letting your woman lift up the scrotum and wave her tongue across that little area and really suck on it a little bit.
Who said she want to wave her tongue? She might want to just touch it a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, whatever. whatever
Like, no,
she's
I'm
trying
just
to
saying,
do.
like, we have to be more open-minded when
Keep
it comes
that
to certain things. Like, I feel like sometimes a man, he won't do certain things with his wife or the person that he's in this
Committed relationship.
right.
with.
But then he'll go out here and he'll go and pay for a prostitute or some random and do all these freaky things with because he don't want to share that side with her. Like, I had this guy
It's two
tell me
things.
before
It's two things about
that I don't want to see my wife get freaky like that. I don't want my wife to
Because he don't
I don't
want her to have those
imagine.
type of desires or those type of passions when he ain't there.
but if y'all are married or y'all together and come in-
Listen. He don't want her to start thinking in the gutter like that. Because just having normal sex with your wife is not her in the gutter. Like, you know, when you have like real filthy thoughts with about your significant other,
Right.
that's you get your mind out the gutter. You ever heard that before? Ooh, get your mind out the gutter.
Yeah.
Right? So he doesn't want her to put her mind in the gutter because he's thinking if he gone somewhere and her mind is down here in the gutter, she's gonna want to get pleased in like at that moment.
Right.
So a lot of guys are kind of scared of that process and they don't want their woman to feel that way. And so what he'll do is he'll keep her away from the gutter, right? But then she's not doing the gutter stuff, you know, all this
So
dirty stuff.
he
you know
gotta
what
go
I'm
find
saying?
somebody else to do
So
it
he's gonna
though.
go find somebody else to do it for him.
But-
And that's, I mean,
Yeah.
trust me.
I feel like
I don't think it's the right thing
Yeah.
at all. Of course he's doing it the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
I want, for the cliche statement, I want a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets,
Mm-hmm.
right? Type of situation.
So to me, I feel like in a relationship, and we're talking about in marriage for me because you're not gonna catch me outside of being in a marriage. So in a marriage, when I'm married, you know, I want to be every lady that my husband can ever desire. I want to be exotic. He never knows who he's gonna get when I come to the bedroom. You know, he don't know what I'm gonna wear, what kind of hair he might see,
What kind of attitude you gonna have? What type of character you gonna be displaying?
Right.
She on some doggone 50 Shades of Grey type stuff.
I'm better than 50
She
Shades
want
of
a doggone. She 133 Shades of Grey
All
around here.
all in one.
You want the trap door in the bedroom?
Baby.
The trap door.
I want to keep it
So the
spiced
kids
up
don't
on
know?
every level because he don't need to be trying to worry about what Becky with the good hair doing. He don't need to worry about what
Who is this Becky that you speak of? Who is Becky?
Bella.
Becky.
Where
Who
Bella
is
at?
Becky?
Bella J.
Becky, leave a comment down below so I can talk to you. We need to have a one-on-one discussion on what you doing to make these exclusively in a relationship men and married men go out here and do whatever they're doing with you.
Wait, Becky with the
I need to hear this stuff. I need to just earshot. I want to hear. I want to know.
I just think we need to be more open-minded when it comes to our significant other. We need to talk more. We need to develop what keeps things spicy in the relationship, in the bedroom. We need to think outside the box, like not keep it to the norm, but do different things
And that's
in
where
different places.
And that's where comfortability comes in. And having that conversation with your significant other before you start jumping in the sack with them, right? Establishing comfortability, knowing what their likes versus their dislikes are, and learning what their fetishes or fantasies are, and whether you're able to perform those things for them, right? I know I've got a client to where his wife will not perform fellatio for him.
But he should have knew that and not
No, this is the thing. She tried her best to please him in every other way besides giving him fellatio. And he tried to just be pleased without it. But guess what? He's had it before. He knows what it's like. He knows the different feeling that it gives him. So in his mind, he complains about it. He's like, why am I not good enough for her to do this for me? You know what I'm saying?
But
In his mind, he's thinking like on a different level than how she processes it.
Right.
In his mind, he's like, why am I not good enough? Why is she withholding this from me? You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, they're married, okay? Been together for 8 years, 9 years, I want to say.
Yeah.
Since, hold on, no, it's a little bit longer
So
than
did
that.
she tell him in the beginning that she didn't like that or she didn't want to do that?
He's cheated, she don't know.
No, not that. I'm saying that he, you know, when I say make your list of boundaries, standards, or whatever, and if standards was one or whatever was the list of the things that he wanted for
He
his
didn't
relationship.
realize how much he would miss it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because like I said, in previous relationships, he's had it before with
Right.
other people. And of course, he's probably had about 2 or 3 different females, unless he was out there in them streets, bottomless prime, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing, right? And if he was, then he probably got it from all types. So he didn't have all types of different forms of fellatio.
Right.
So if he's had all types of different forms of fellatio, and now he's with this woman and he's like, I'm so in love with this woman, whoop, and she's like, nah, I don't do that. I don't want.
But he can't get mad because she told him, so she was upfront.
Listen. Yeah. He tried to deal with it without having it. They had gone for years.
Okay, so what do you think the solution should be? Because
I think the solution should be learning the partner's comfortability. And him being that type of person, I understand he tried, you know what I'm saying, because he probably was already in love with her before they established the conversations about what they do versus what they don't do during sex, right? And once they were already in love, you know, it's kind of hard for you to backtrack being in love with someone, especially if you fall hard for someone. Like, I just love their character, their personality, their spiritual, they believe in God, they have all these traits that you want in your partner. But something like that is, to me, it's trivial and simple, right?
So how can he be in love with her if he cheated?
Well, I'm not the guy to answer that. I'm not the guy to answer that. I'm just giving us.
Maybe he thought he was in love and he was in lust.
We're talking about the scenario. Listen to what I'm saying. We're talking about the scenario. The scenario was everything else.
I'm trying to give you my opinion on it. My opinion is, first, when she told him, no, I don't want to put your meats in my mouth or whatever, then at that point, if he
should have said, all right, I'm done.
Right. I mean, because now he's cheating. So she's still going to get hurt in the process. And she was honest up front. So it's not like she told him once he married her and then he was like,
she might do a little something.
Yeah, it's not like she gave him false hope. She was up front in the beginning.
These things.
Right. So I feel like he gave her false hope.
Here's the crazy part.
What? She's done it before.
She eats her toenails.
What? I don't want to talk about.
I'm just being honest. How can you put something so disgusting in your mouth, but you don't want to put your husband's meats in your mouth? He was like, she eat toenails and fingernails, bro. What's going on? Huh?
Oh no, I said scrotum. Talking about the penis or the?
Yeah, the penis. Fellatio is.
Yeah, I know that,
meats
but I
in
was
mouth.
saying. Yeah.
3,000, double twist hand motion, you know, all that stuff.
You like that? Babe,
why you trying to look? Hey, don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
They be like, hey Brandon, what you got on? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
You can all this shit out.
That's what you like? Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Can you get to my hand in motion?
It's that splat.
How do you know? When you honest, like
that's that splat. Cause when she do it like that, it's that splat. It's that splat.
I've been with one person forever, so I don't know. I mean, you know what I mean? Like
it is what it is. Like once again, you being with that one person for that long time, you knew the ins and outs of what he liked versus what he disliked. He knew the ins and outs of what you like versus what you dislike. And if y'all didn't establish that situation, then you didn't openly
communicate, right?
This is what I like, babe. This is what I dislike.
I think sometimes people are like, they're really afraid of being honest about what their fetishes are, what they desire. They don't really want to tell their wife or their husband, hey, I want to do these things, because once again, it's an ego thing of that person, of you hurting that person's ego, or you know, you're not just feeling like you can be honest. Like that's why it's important to marry your best friend, somebody that you can tell anything to, communicate with, you know, on that level. Like I think that's really important. Like,
and here's another big part. Just because your partner gets upset about what you're telling them, don't mean that they don't accept what you're telling them.
Yeah.
They're gonna be a little butthurt about one or two things. I don't want to hear my wife say, "Oh, I was in the strip club busting it wide open before I met you." Of course, I'm gonna be a little upset about that, but I love her. You know what I'm saying? So like, at that moment, it's like, all right, well, you ain't busting it wide open right now, right? Okay, cool.
Busting it wide open? Like she used to be a stripper.
Look it up. Look it up. Bust it wide open.
Like she was just in there dancing and twerking and stuff. But you ain't saying like she was a stripper, right?
I don't know what she was doing.
I'm just saying,
she
if
could
Bae
be
is
out
a
there doing
stripper
her
and that's why
thing.
we haven't married, then you don't need to be talking to Babe. She's
Well, Bae don't want to show her face right now. It just is what it is. I'm not tripping.
So you married to? You gonna be married?
I'm not married to nobody right now.
But you talking to a stripper? That's what you.
Who said I'm talking to what?
Who? Now you wooing. Man, this man been telling me about Bae. Quote, quote, quote. Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Why is she so concerned about Bae?
I'm just saying, because if we supposed to be co-hosting together, friends,
look, man,
whatever, I shouldn't know who Bae is, because I don't want to be.
I'm gonna bring her over one day. We all gonna sit down and you can ask her all the questions and tell me if she's.
I got the 21 questions.
Tell me if she's valid enough. if she's solid. Cause you think I'm a good dude, right? I'm pretty decent, right? I ain't that bad. I'm alright. You know what I mean? So, but you know, you can give me your feedback and tell me if you think she's
I want to
cool.
do that. I can read right through somebody just like that. You know,
read through all
God
that
gave me
BS
those
that she talking
abilities to just see.
So, where your mouth been, not what that mouth do. Because some people don't like to do certain things with their mouth. Henceforth, she didn't like giving fellatio.
I don't like really kissing. Like, I have to really know you, feel you, like, have to be in it. I don't know where your mouth has been. And we could be married, but still, you know, like, the whole, like, just
something about
tongue and just, like, I have to be, like, really in the mood, turned on, yeah, you know, just, but, like, I can do this type of thing, but just like all the time, you like every time I see you and you just like put your
all that.
I'm dead.
You ain't trying to do all that? All down your throat. He palming the back of your head, pulling you in.
It's a part of that like germaphobe thing, you know. Just you know how some people are germaphobes, so they don't want people spit and tongue.
You need to let it go.
I didn't say me. I said some people.
You just said you were germaphobe.
No.
You just run the camera back. You said it. You.
I'm just saying.
You said you don't like the kiss. I'm just.
You have to really. It's gonna have to be a special person to like.
Be all up in your mouth like that.
All the time. Yeah, they gonna have to be real special.
All right. Well, hey man.
God gonna
He gonna bless you with that one dude that don't like to kiss too, so you'll be all right. Or if he do like to kiss and you don't, then he'll just be like, you know what? It just is what it
like
is.
I said, if it's a special person and God bless me with this person that you know, that's just
then you
like
gonna do it all the time?
Yeah, because I mean, like I have to feel comfortable.
You gonna do it all the time?
And knowing where he's been, what he's been doing.
Okay.
And you know.
So if he was like yuck mouth 10 years ago and was doing all types of nasty stuff, then you ain't gonna wanna kiss on him no more.
What do you mean? Like, who wants to kiss a cheater in the mouth all the time if they cheating and y'all whatever?
True. He put his mouth on all the females out there.
Exactly. That's disgusting. Right.
Like, I don't want no female who have over 15 meats in her mouth. Like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So
she out here they smacking her all the time.
I cannot take you serious.
We don't want that type of female. Fellas, you can attest to that, right? You need to comment down below.
Yeah.
How many, matter of fact, here's the comment right here. How many meats would you be cool with before you say no?
What do you mean?
If she had more than 3 meats in her mouth, would you say no?
Most people don't ask that question like that. People not gonna.
These are the questions that need to be asked though.
But nobody's
Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. Of course, right? What J. Cole say? What J. Cole said at the end of his song?
She say she only fuck like 4, 5 niggas, so you know you gotta multiply by 3.
Okay, don't worry.
Alright.
Because me and Bag is smashing right now. We're getting to know each other. It's a growing process.
So they're still in
I like the weight too.
Yeah.
My meats are special.
Really?
I have special meats.
That's good. That's good.
Okay? I have special meats.
That's good. That's good. Real good. However, with a comma, moving along.
But at the end of the day, I don't throw myself out there like that, and you know what I'm saying, that's just what it is. But me and Bay ain't smashing right now. We're just talking, getting to know each other, building that solid foundation.
Right, I got you. Yeah.
So,
So y'all leave down in the comment box below and let us know what
how many meats
would
you say no to?
what y'all feel?
Or check this out, females. How many times did your dude go down, or how many females did he go down on before you would say no to kissing him in the mouth?
I don't know, because I feel like if I meet a guy, especially like if, okay, well, I'm gonna wait till I get married, but I'm just saying, if I meet a guy, right, and he's so quick to do that to me, negative, he's been doing it to everybody, like, I just don't see, like, how do you know I'm clean? How are you so quick to just,
you might not know.
It makes me wonder in my head, like, dang, did he do this to everybody he was with? Like, that is something that I'm gonna think about. But if I meet a dude and he wanna kiss me on the first date and he's so quick to put his tongue in my mouth, I'm like, dang, how many lips have he actually kissed? How many tongues have he actually put his mouth? Like, this,
take your time, young man.
like when a person is so quick to rush me or to do certain things, it has me wondering and thinking like what kind of person they really are. Because guess what? You know, people like, oh, you different, you special.
How you know?
Exactly. I don't know if
them lines, Brady. Them is lines.
But with that being said, we're gonna let you all go. We just want you all to take out the time to think about being more comfortable in the bedroom with your partner, talking about more stuff, being more open-minded,
It's not taboo. It's not. Open your mind, communicate with your partner, get comfortable with that person. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's somebody that you choose to be on a long ride with. Come on.
Yeah, and let's stop faking it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you gotta fake it with somebody and sex just isn't good, maybe they're not for you.
Oh.
No, and as Lord, you now have even greater access to the king.
Oh!
God. Put that up right there. Now hold that right there.
Cause I wanna be with somebody I'd never like, you got it bad. When the, you know the song.
That Usher.
Yeah. I don't know, is that the right song?
You got it bad when you're alone. Hang up and you call.
Yeah. That's how I wanna be. I wanna be like you got it bad.
Got it bad when you're and you mean your whole life okay. I forgot the words. Whoa, yeah.